We're now on the verge of going into 80 years. 80 years of a person's life is a lot to recount. But I'm going to try the best I can to tell you where, when, why I am here. My name is Han Chi, or more succinctly, Ching Han Chi. But I choose to use Han Chi for a specific reason. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Uh, I can kind of recount my life. When I was born in New York in 1943, and in New York, obviously, it snows a lot. And because it snows a lot, I enjoy the snow. Well, when you're young, back then, what is enjoyment except what your senses can perceive? So I was in a stroller and I was outside. I was catching the snow as it drifted down on my face, and I was gobbling up the snow as much as I can. And as a consequence of that, I was really having a good time. But then my father came and said, "Hey, we are going to Texas." And I said, "Oh, well, I don't know. I'm having such a good time. I think I'll stay here." And my father said, "Well, at 3 years old, you have a choice. This is America, and you can pick your choices." Then I said, "Daddy, how am I going to eat?" And he said, "Basically, that's your problem." So then I jumped in the car with the rest of my brothers. At then there were four of us, and we decided, or they decided, that we are going to Texas. And so it is. We ended up in Houston, Texas. Like all immigrants, they have to start somewhere. My father was a photography enthusiast, and as a consequence of that, he had a Leica camera, and he paid $600 for it back in the 40s. So you can imagine how much that camera meant to him. But then he traded the camera in for a Buick, and he threw the family into the Buick, and we drove down here to Texas. My beginning years were very simple.